And today I'm giving you 15 foods that can reverse kidney disease, or at least slow down its progression. Let's get into some of these kidney healthy foods. Let's start with one of my favorites, blueberries. Yes, blueberries. I love blueberries. I really do. They're sweet, they're tart, they're tangy, they're tasty, and they're great for the kidneys. We know that blueberries are loaded with antioxidants. They have anthocyanins, and they really help to reduce the inflammation in the kidneys. Research shows us that antioxidants help to slow down the progression of kidney disease. And so if you have blueberries in your diet, that's an excellent way to help to reverse kidney disease or to slow down the progression. Blueberries are delicious. You can put them on your salads, you can put them in juices, you can put them in smoothies, you can put them on chia pudding, on oatmeal. And I recommend that you have about a half a cup a day to make a difference in your kidney function. Red grapes. Yes, red grapes, another delicious and wonderful fruit that happens to also be good for your kidney function. Red grapes have resveratrol, and studies show us that resveratrol actually helps to improve kidney function by reducing inflammation and reducing oxidative stress. So they're really great. I recommend having about 15 grapes a day or half a cup of grapes a day. And remember, you always want to consult with your doctor or your registered dietitian before making dietary changes. Let me tell you another great thing about grapes when it comes to kidney disease. So as a kidney doctor, as a nephrologist, there are patients who progress to the point of needing dialysis, right? Kidney replacement. And once you get to that point, you often have a fluid restriction, right? You can't have too much fluid because it might build up in you. Well, freezing grapes is a great way to cut back on the excess water that you might want to take in. You freeze grapes when you're thirsty, and instead of just gulping down too much water, which can cause an overload in your lungs, the frozen grapes that you suck on can kind of cut back on that thirst and help to keep you within your fluid restriction. Another great thing about both blueberries and red grapes is that they are low in potassium. And we know that if you have advanced kidney disease, then oftentimes you're on a potassium restriction. That's because the kidneys are responsible for filtering out excess potassium. So if the kidneys aren't working properly, then you may have to limit your potassium, in many cases to less than 2 grams a day. Consult with your doctor. Question: how do you balance having a healthy kidney diet with eating foods you actually really enjoy? Please comment down below on some of the things that you do to keep that balance in your healthy kidney life. In addition to blueberries and red grapes being low in potassium, cranberries are low in potassium as well. Now here I have dried cranberries, which actually a lot of times dried fruit can have an excess concentration of sugar. So especially if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, you want to avoid dried cranberries. But fresh cranberries are actually really great for the kidneys. They can actually reduce your chances of having urinary tract infections. And this is how. If you've ever eaten fresh cranberries, or if you've ever even had cranberry juice, you've noticed that there's like this gritty flavor, right? This gritty texture. And that's because there are certain resins in cranberries. These resins, the things that cause that grittiness, tend to attach to bacteria, right? And so if bacteria are in your urinary tract, if they bind to the resins in cranberries or in 100% cranberry juice, then the bacteria can then be excreted from your system, okay? And so having cranberry juice is one way to help to decrease your chances of urinary tract infections. So I recommend about a quarter cup of cranberries a day, or if you're going to do cranberry juice, make sure that it's sugar-free and 100% cranberry juice. Now let's talk about some of the vegetables that can help to reverse kidney function. Let's start with the red bell pepper. Now this is a secret weapon. Red bell peppers, in addition to being vibrant and flavorful, they're great for your foods, they are loaded with vitamin C. In fact, a lot of red bell peppers have more vitamin C than most citrus fruits. And we know that vitamin C is a type of antioxidant, and studies show us that antioxidants can help to reduce the progression of kidney disease. Also, red bell peppers are low in potassium. Next, we have cabbage. Purple cabbage, one of my favorites. We know that cabbage is full of antioxidants. It has phytochemicals. It's full of fiber, which you know is good for digestion in general. It's also loaded with vitamin K and vitamin C. And research shows us that these are excellent for helping to promote kidney health. Another great thing about cabbage, in addition to all of its antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties, and this is a little known fact, is that it actually can help to promote collagen production. And this is actually something good for anti-aging, because if you have good collagen, that gives your skin a well-preserved look. Be sure to check out my juicing video on anti-aging juice and click the link in the description to get a discount on my juicer. Onions. Onions are another great vegetable for reversing kidney function. They're loaded with quercetin, and we know that this is an anti-inflammatory that helps with kidney disease. Onions are loaded with antioxidants, and we know that antioxidants get rid of oxidative stress, which can be harmful to the kidney. So you definitely want to incorporate onions in your diet. Try not to overcook them. I actually like raw onions on my sandwiches, on my salads, and it's just a great way to add flavor to your food while slowing down the progression of kidney disease. Another great vegetable is garlic. And let me tell you the truth. I love garlic. I use it just about every day, if not every day. I mince garlic. I put it in my soups, in my salads. I flavor all of my foods with it. It is wonderful. You want to make sure that you don't overcook it because you don't want to get rid of some of the wonderful kidney healthy properties. One of those properties is allicin. Allicin is a substance that has been shown to soften blood vessels. And when it softens blood vessels, it allows them to dilate or relax, which lowers the blood pressure. We know that high blood pressure is the #2 cause of kidney failure. And so if you're able to control your blood pressure, of course, this is something that can help to reverse or slow down the progression of kidney disease. So go grab your cloves of garlic, add them to your diet because they're definitely great for kidney function. Herbs and spices can also help to reverse kidney disease, including turmeric. So here I have turmeric that's ground up like a spice. I use this a lot in my soups and my salads. I put it on my foods, but I really like to use the turmeric root itself, where you peel it and it has that bright orange yellow color. Yes, I love to use that, and I really like to put that in my juices. So turmeric has curcumin, which is a power anti-inflammatory, and curcumin is actually what gives curry that bright yellow color. Do y'all like curry? Like, do you ever eat curry, goat curry, chicken? Anyway, yeah. So it has curcumin that's in turmeric. And basically, this anti-inflammatory is wonderful because it helps to decrease inflammation in the kidneys. And studies show us that decreasing inflammation in the kidneys can help to improve kidney filtration and help to improve kidney function. So yes, turmeric is a wonderful spice that helps with your kidneys. It can also be good in helping if you have arthritis. Okay, it can decrease inflammation in the joints. And I know that a lot of my kidney patients also have arthritis, so keep that in mind. Another wonderful spice is ginger. And if you have been following me for a while, you know that I LOVE ginger. I'm not even playing with you. I put ginger in just about every juicing recipe that I give you. And I also like to put ginger in some of my soups. Oh, I have a soup that I really like. It's a sweet potato, carrot soup that I mix up with an emulsifier, and it has the consistency of a bisque, almost like a squash bisque. Okay. Anyway, I put ginger in that. Oh my goodness, it's on fire. It's wonderful. So in addition to tasting delicious, okay, and adding a wonderful spice and flavor, ginger is actually wonderful because it has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties. And again, that's good for kidney function. It also helps to improve kidney circulation. Yes, it helps to improve the blood flow to the kidneys. And we know that our blood carries our white blood cells, and so it helps with oxygenation of the kidneys. And this, of course, can help with chronic kidney disease. Get ginger in your life.